Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. Today our topic is different kinds of habitats, and this is day 1 of this lesson. We have already studied and learned how to define habitat and population, and we have also learned how to define adaptation and explain its different kinds. Now we are going to focus on the last 4 SLOs. The first one is list rainforests, deserts, tundra, grasslands, oceans, freshwater, and urban areas as unique and separate habitats. List the characteristics of different kinds of habitat and the kind of animals that live in each of them. Represent different habitats as simple models and compare and contrast the characteristics of different habitats and the animals living in them. There are many kinds of habitats in the world. They can be as small as your fingernails. See how dirty these nails are? And when they are dirty, they become the habitat of harmful germs. So the habitat can be as little as this. And it can also be as large as an ocean, which is a habitat of millions of sea animals. You can see that how large this habitat is, and millions of animals live in the ocean. So a habitat can be as big as an ocean, and it can be as small as dirty fingernails. The earth is home to different kinds of animals and plants, and it provides a unique habitat for each. So you can see that a turtle lives in the ocean. It can also be, a tortoise lives close to the pond, and here you can see fish which lives in the ocean. Plants their needs are different, and they need different places to grow in. And here gorilla and fox, they need a different kind of habitat. So Allah has created so many different kinds of creatures, and each creature's requirements are different from each other. And that is why they require a different kind of habitat. So Allah has provided them with their own particular habitat, which will fulfill all their needs. So that is the main thing, that all their needs should be required. So they need a place where all their needs are met. The habitat can be divided into 2 groups, and we already know what are terrestrial and aquatic habitats. And there are some kinds of terrestrial habitats which we are going to study in this lesson: rainforests, grasslands, deserts, and tundra. And the aquatic habitat can be freshwater habitat and the ocean habitat. And ocean, as you know, is salt water, and lakes and rivers, they are freshwater habitats. So we are going to study about these 6 different kinds of habitats, and we will also talk about urban habitats, which means habitat of the city. So let's first study terrestrial habitats. So what is the meaning of the word terrestrial? Terrestrial means of the land. So terrestrial habitats will be habitats that exist on the land. So the first type of terrestrial habitat is rainforests. First, we need to understand what a rainforest is. A rainforest is a jungle with very tall trees. You can see that how tall these trees are. So the trees in the rainforest are very tall, and they are closely growing trees. You can see that how many trees are growing just side by side. So they are not at big gaps from one another. They grow very close to one another. And why is this place called rainforest? Because it gets a lot of rain. It is a home to nearly half of the animal and plant types on Earth. So many different kinds of plants and animals live here and plants grow here that half of the animal and plant types live in a rainforest. Now, where on Earth is rainforest located? On a map of the Earth, the rainforests can be seen near the center. They grow, you can see that this is the equator. This is the equator passing from here, and all these grasslands are not grasslands. All these rainforests, they grow close to the equator. So on a map of the Earth, the rainforest can be seen near the center. They grow here because these places receive a lot of rain. So a lot of evaporation takes place because this is the hottest place as well. Equator gets the most sunlight. So a lot of evaporation takes place, lots of clouds are made, and therefore a lot of rain occurs here. They grow here because these places receive a lot of rainfall. Rainforests get more rain than any other place on Earth. So this is the place which gets the most rain. The rainforests remain green throughout the year. So they do not shed their leaves. They do not become bare in winter, right? So they remain green throughout the year. So you can see this is the equator. So this is the equator, and you can see on both sides of the equator we have these rainforests. And this is a line which is called Tropic of Cancer, and this is the line which is called Tropic of Capricorn. So the area between the equator and the tropics, so this is Tropic of Cancer, Tropic of Capricorn. So all this area between these two lines, that is Tropic of Cancer and Tropic of Capricorn, around equator, that place is called the tropical region. So the tropical region has the rainforests because this part gets the most rain. So the rainfall over here is more than any other place in the world. So how do the animals and plants adapt to this habitat? Adaptations of rainforest animals. Several different types of trees grow in rainforests. Most of the animals that live in a rainforest can climb trees, right? Because they have to live close to tall trees. To get their food, they should be able to climb trees. Many rainforest animals have colors that help them hide in the green and brown background of the forest. They hide themselves from predators as well as their prey. However, many brightly colored animals also live in rainforests. So before we move on, I would like to tell you the names of some of the animals that live here. So you will find snakes here, you will find red-eyed frog, you will find spider monkey, you will find a butterfly, a toucan. So a lots of different colored animals and animals that are brown or green, they live here. The animals that are green and brown, if they live here, so they can hide themselves behind this background, in this background, and they are then protected from their predators as well as from their prey on which they live. Now we come to the second type of habitat, which is grasslands. Grasslands are areas full of tall grass. There are no shrubs, no bushes. In grasslands, and these things do not grow there, the shrubs and the bushes, because they get very little rain. So plants, shrubs and bushes, they need water to grow. But here there is no water, very little rainfall, and therefore they cannot grow. Trees are found in only some places. Some small streams and rivers may flow through grasslands. Most grasslands support a wide variety of animal life. You can see that there is grass and a small stream flowing through the grass. Some of the adaptations of grassland animals are that grazing animals can easily digest grass and therefore they live over here. So digestion is the breaking down of food into smaller particles. तो वो घास उन्हें आसानी से हजम हो जाता है. Some grassland animals have skin color that matches the grass. This way they can hide from predators. And animals such as giraffes, elephants, zebras, etc. live in herds, that is groups. So when they live in herds, they are also protected from their predators. It becomes difficult for a lion or a tiger to attack a herd. They can attack a single animal, an individual animal, but it becomes difficult to attack the herd because the herd may retaliate, may attack too, to protect their friends. And these are some of the animals that live in grasslands. You can see a lion lives here, tiger lives here, zebras live in grasslands, and hare and different kinds of birds. And elephants also live in grasslands. Right, deers also live here. Okay, that's all for today. Jazakallah. And I would suggest that you should read page number 32 to 33 to review all the things that we have studied today. That's all. Jazakallah. Allah Hafiz.